This week's Brick Clicking Quick Review, we're going to take a look at a few of the Formula One cars that have come out over the years that range from 4 studs wide all the way up to the new 8 studs wide. Don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, to hit that bell notification and hit that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. First up, not necessarily a Formula One car, but does look familiar, styling and cues of a Formula One car. This car came from set number 6337 and it was called Fast Track Finish and was released in 1996. So it's one of the oldest racing cars I do have in the collection. This one here has got a great torso print where it says Race Team and it has the Octane logo on it. The car is a simple build with not very many pieces and does use the molded one-piece frame underneath with the wheel connections on it as well. Has a steering wheel inside of the car, and this one here does come in a set where there's multiple of these. The next oldest car that we have is a actual Formula One car. It is the Ferrari F1 car. It was part of the Ferrari F1 pit set from 2004, set number 8375. This car did start utilizing a lot of stickers and had a basic build as far as the front wing, the aerodynamics, but had a lot of great part usage on it and still has some great detail on it. As you can tell with the minifigure inside the car, the bricks are built around his hands, so he's not easily removed from the car. And over time you can see the stickers have started to dry out and peel off a bit. Overall, the car has great shaping and is similar to what the style of the cars were back in 2004. This car does have the number 1 on the hood of the car, which would be reminiscence from when Michael Schumacher was racing in F1. This third car came out in 2015. It was part of the F14T and Scuderia Ferrari truck, and it was set number 75913 and was part of the Speed Champions series of that year. This car has a bit more detail than the previous one from 2004. A lot more detail with 1x1 slopes and tiles, as well as it still uses the stickers to give you those graphics of advertising that we see on the normal F1 car. A bit better shaping to the car. The wheels are more low profile and more proportioned to the car, I would say. And the minifigure is a lot easier removed from the car than the previous one. This next Formula One car is also Ferrari. It is racing the number 7 car for Kimi Räikkönen. This set was from 2017 called Scuderia Ferrari SF16H and was set number 75879. Again, you can see a bit more detail with the parts as well as the stickers usage on the car and the evolution of the front wing of the cars, which looks a bit more detailed as well as the access to the minifigure has gotten a bit better as well. The rear wings are still pretty much the same builds that we saw before, but a lot more detail with the stickers. Next up, we have the 2 Mercedes cars that came in one set. That was set number 75883, and it was part of the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One from 2017. The 2 cars we have here are number 44 for Lewis Hamilton and number 6 for Nico Rosberg. Both cars are both identically built the same with minor changes as far as coloring for which was the number 1 driver and number 2 driver. Otherwise, the builds are similar to the previous Ferrari as far as shaping and styling with the wings. A few less stickers in this set here and still great access to the minifigures to get them out of the car. And as you can see on the rims themselves, they are green with the hubcaps in the center, which give you a great standout contrast and make the car look great. Up next, we have this Ferrari. It's more of a classic Ferrari. It did come out in 2018, hence why it's further up on the list here. It was part of the Ferrari Ultimate Garage, set number 75889. As Speed Champions have evolved over the time and more parts came available, you can see here the shaping, the ability to make these cars look more accurate and lifelike looking. And the ability with the stickers makes the car give a lot more detail with as far as the sponsors and how the car would actually look in real life. This one here has great access to the minifigure as it was an open cockpit car with not a lot of safety features during that era of the F1 cars. So it does give you a lot of access to the minifigure. This next one here is a mock from Jerry Builds Bricks. You can follow him on YouTube and he does a lot of great builds of cars. This one here I came across, it came out in 2020. I decided to build this one as there was a gap from Lego as far as F1 cars during this period. So I decided I would search one out and find a mock build that we could put together with the new Halo device on the car. The shaping on this car looks great. It is a bit smaller in scale compared to the other ones. It is also a bit more fragile where the front wing does come off, but the shaping and proportions of the car look great. And because it is a mock, there are no stickers attached to it. There are other builders out there such as DDN Tube, which you can follow on Instagram, that does a lot of great builds and mocks of the current Formula 1 cars and does have stickers that go with them as well. Maybe in the future it's something that we'll look at getting and adding to the collection. Now the last one we have here came out this year, 2022, on March 1st. It was part of 76909, the Mercedes-AMG F1 W12E performance car. This car here is now a 8 stud wide car compared to the previous ones that we saw, which majority of them were 6 studs wide. The ability of going to the 8 studs, you do get a lot more detail with barge boards on the car as far as aerodynamics and the floorboards and the wing design of the car, which gives us a lot more true characteristics of what the car actually look at. Even though this here is an 8 stud wide car, 8 stud wide car, and we have the front wing up here, the front wing is actually pretty durable where it's not going to just fall off. And it's not loose, which is great. I think all of these were great builds, and the evolution you can see on the cars over the years, and the more detail is with stickers and part usage has come along over the years is fantastic, especially with the new 8 stud wide car that we got this year from Lego. Is awesome and gives us a lot more detail in the future of what we can see Lego doing with the Formula 1 cars of the future. Let me know down in the comments below which car was your most favorite. And just remember, if you're not clicking, you're not building. Hope to see you all next week, and hope everyone's excited for the new Formula 1 season coming out in a couple of weeks.